If we move from analysis to concrete application, the most effective way to break Lee Min-ho's current image would not be through a gradual shift, but through a role explicitly constructed to dismantle the very qualities that define his performances, and such a role can be conceptualized as a breakdown character, meaning a protagonist whose primary arc is not success, not redemption, and not even survival, but the progressive loss of control across psychological, emotional, and behavioral dimensions, forcing the actor to operate in a space where composure is no longer sustainable. The narrative framework for such a role would likely involve a confined environment, such as a small-town setting, an isolated workplace, or a limited social circle, where the character is subjected to increasing pressure from multiple directions, including professional failure, personal conflict, and internal instability, creating a situation where each scene escalates rather than resolves tension, and where the absence of relief prevents the actor from returning to a neutral state, thereby exposing the limits of controlled performance and requiring a more reactive approach. In practical terms, this would mean constructing sequences where emotional responses overlap, where dialogue is interrupted or fragmented, and where physical behavior reflects psychological strain, including shifts in posture, irregular pacing, and visible hesitation, all of which contribute to a sense of unpredictability that contrasts sharply with the precision typically associated with Lee Min-ho's acting style, and this contrast is essential, as it creates a clear departure from audience expectations. The effectiveness of this role would depend not only on the actor's willingness to engage with discomfort, but also on the director's ability to maintain narrative coherence while allowing for performance variation, ensuring that the breakdown feels organic rather than exaggerated, and that the progression from control to instability is gradual but unmistakable, providing a clear arc that the audience can follow and interpret. From a perception standpoint, such a role would immediately signal transformation, as it replaces the qualities of stability and composure with vulnerability and unpredictability, forcing the audience to reassess their understanding of the actor's range and creating a new reference point for future performances, which is precisely what is needed to move beyond the current phase of controlled evolution. Ultimately, the breakdown role represents a direct and effective method for disrupting established patterns, not by adding new elements to the existing style, but by removing the foundation that supports it, thereby creating a performance that is fundamentally different in both execution and perception.